Hello guys, so a new prediction for next week, but first a quick recap for last week. My prediction was that let me make it bigger and try to make it quick. We saw this candle which is a sign for some reversal which is needed, but my prediction was that unless it break it, we still see the buyers in control. We still see them in the house. The sellers are not showing their faces or behavior, and with the strong momentum to the upside, even though I was biased to the downside because I'm waiting for the reversal, it's too extended. I saw the momentum to the upside. So basically, I was wrong because I wanted the reversal to come last week, but I had my prediction where it gonna break to the upside. I'm gonna go it with the long side, and we saw it breaking to the upside there and then moving forward. And now that we need to predict next week, and we saw the divergence for the momentum to the upside. This was last week. We saw the divergence, which was the stochastic making a lower low and the price making higher lows. It's a sign for continuation for the upside. So what do we have this week? So first let's talk about it and see what we see on the daily. On the daily we see most people see this as a reversal candle, probably will take it, it will break the 50%, so probably continuation to the downside. Also you can see the volume is for the break and immediately a nice same or bigger volume to the downside, which was also maybe continuation to the downside. This is a nice break for the 440. It's a round number and immediately coming back to the downside. So if we look at it on the weekly, we can see the break for the 440 immediately close below. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, between 12 and 13 weeks of momentum to the upside. And this is too extended to the upside. So you need to make some correction probably to this 420, even 410. We will talk about it shortly when we see the momentum is coming. The prediction was that like with the Qs, we want to see the touch in the 435, even spike it up and then coming below. So maybe this month we're gonna see the change through July to the downside. So now let's see what the daily is showing us. This is a big overbought. There is no divergence. So with the daily, we could see the continuation to the upside, but remember the momentum is too strong, so we might see this week sideways move. If we go to the 4-hour chart, with the 4-hour chart we can see the break, so we might want to see touch to the 445, 446 level, and we see the reversal to the downside, so it might touch even the 438, bounce from it. But I'm more declined to see a continuation to the 430, 580. Can I see it coming lower to the 432? I don't know yet, but you can see there is a divergence on the 4-hour chart here, but we don't have the signal for the moving to the upside, so this is a small divergence. It doesn't mean it can continue lower, and it's possible. And if it continues lower, if we will check it from this place, let me now draw the Fibonacci from this place here. I don't know if you can see the 6180 is on the 432 and the 5435 area. So we could see a pullback here and then continuation to the upside. So any pullback will already creating a divergence of continuation to the upside. So we see the momentum is very positive. So the bar is still in control. So this is the second week, My prediction was from last week that we could see a continuation of 1 to 2 weeks to the upside, so it could be a continuation, but I'm already seeing it weakening. You can see the momentum with the stochastic is coming to the 50% area, so it started to be more weakened. If we check the 1 hour chart, you could see the divergence for continuation already there. This is it. And if we take the Fibonacci on the 1 hour chart and see how it looks, we could see it already touched the 50, so it's resting there. It could touch and spike for the 438 and then bouncing up again. It doesn't mean it can continue and break. I will wait for the continuation, but it could give us a nice signal for continuation and maybe a good entry point with a small stop loss and potential of a nice bigger profit. You can see the volume at the end of the session. Even though it was a bigger volume, you don't see the candle making a big candle like it did when it should be, let's say, like something like this. This is a nice candle. The bars are coming in on the 15 minutes. You probably can check it. So if we go maybe a smaller time frame to the 50 minutes, you could see it here. You can see a nice volume coming here. This is a nice volume. Also, you can see the volume of stopping it when it touched the 15. So it's a much smaller time frame, and you could see it where it is. You can see how it touched the 50 and making lower low. So let's see if it can bounce. Probably going above the 440. Let me check something. The potential of the S&P is to reach to the 437, even a little bit lower. So someplace here, and then bouncing up. And the end target is the 450. I know it's too far away. Let's come back to the 1 hour. So you know what, let's go to the 4 hour. The 450 here, this is the end target. I know it's a little bit too far. You can have some resistance from the upside, but there is the potential. If I want to go long, I will want to see it how it reacts to the 438, 437 area and see how it reacts. There is already a divergence to the upside, but it didn't complete, so I'll wait on Monday to see how it reacts. If I want to go long, I will check it how it reacts to the 441 area probably, to see if we have a bigger volume, if we have a nice green candle, full body, and then I will look for an entry point. So this is the SPY. Let's go for the Qs and see how it goes there. With the Qs, this is the 4-hour chart. You can see the rejection for the 370. I know it's a round number. It's still, the momentum is strong. Any pullback will, I think the buyers will come. It can pull to the 365 area. Some buyers are waiting there, and from there you can see it here. They will probably can continue higher. You can see the divergence there when the price is moving down with the momentum, but the price is moving higher. So the momentum is moving down, but the price is moving higher. So there is some weakness coming already to the market. So you can see it here. So this is this is making a lower. This is moving to the downside. This is moving to the upside. So there is weakness coming to the market already. So it's now we have to stop a big trend speeding. So it's gonna take some time. You can see here the divergence again, which the sellers already put some try to stop the trend. So this is the first attempt. Probably this is the second attempt. It's still strong, not like the S&P. but I could see it trying to pull to the 361. At the moment, in first target for the downside 365, next target is 355. So those are the target. If it wants to move and continue higher, it probably have to break the 370. I will wait and to see how it reacts to it, because I'm seeing them moving to the downside. It can just move down and then create something, or it can immediately, sorry, push to the downside, create a divergence, give the buyers the opportunity, and then continue higher. Or it could just moving something like this, and then it can make the reversal to the downside, something like this. At the moment, nice momentum, even though I don't like it, but momentum is just momentum. So I'm just reading the charts. I could see the potential for the downside. I have put my level for the downside and what I'm looking for. And if I see it, touch it, and see the reaction, I could probably go to the short. But at the moment, even though I'm biased to the upside, I'm more looking for the downside because it's definitely to extend it. If you look at it on the monthly and see, this was our key end zone, the 369. It touched it and it also spiked it and then closed below. So it means it already finished its move. This is what I'm thinking. It finished this move. If we go to the monthly and see how it goes, you can see it here. This was our end zone, and this is a nice Fibonacci zone. It's also a nice spike here. If we go to the daily, you can see it how it spiked and immediately reverse inside. So could see moving back to the 345. At the moment, first target 365, next target is 355, and below there is the 334. So someplace here with the Fibonacci level. Something special here. Let me check. Again, you can see the divergence to the upside, nothing much to see. So we have to see if it can make the 369, even 370, and moving a little bit to this, taking the high. But because it's too extended, I don't see many buyers coming to the party for the third, I don't know if call it third, fourth week of the month. Let's move, let me check it. Usually took it at the end of the session. Now this is a unique. Let's go for the monthly. See how it looks. This is a big sideways move. So still the buyers and the investor are not coming to the small stocks. And if they want to move forward and they want to take some profit from the bigger stock with the Nasdaq, they will have to sell the Nasdaq and start to buy the smaller stock, and which can result with a move to the upside. So we see the Qs already touching it, we see the SPY already touching it, and the IWM didn't. So we can see the rotation to the upside. There is no volume. You can see a big candle, nice big candle, but no volume. So there is a first divergence, but we can see the same goes with the SPY and Qs, the divergence of the long time frame for the moving to the upside. So I could see and I can see the potential for the moving to the upside. If we go to the weekly, we didn't break it, so we want to see a break. If we go to the Qs, just for a quick comparison, you can see this is the break it did. It making a lower high, and this is the break. We didn't see this yet. This is a lower high. This is the first break, coming back, bringing the back. So I want to see continuation and moving above to the 208. We have a nice volume there, but we don't see it a continuation because there is some resistance, which is okay. We want to clear out all the stop losses. You can see this is the clearing. This is I think more I don't know if it can be both way distribution or accumulation, but at the moment you can see the selling and the buying controlling the 185 level. There is a nice volume here with the selling, but the buyers coming at the end of the session. Let me check it. You can see the buyers coming in at the end of the session, and could mean a break to the upside, which could result with the SPYs moving to the upside. Maybe the Nasdaq is a little bit weaker, but can still be positive. If we go to the 4-hour chart, do we see momentum is positive? This is the reversal. So this is moving down. This is moving down. The price is level. So this is a divergence with a strong buying. So it could push to the upside to attack the 190 and even the I don't know if it can reach to the 195 next week, but I could see it. Let me make it bigger, but it didn't break it yet, so I could see it trying to open with a gap down, making a small divergence, and then pushing to the upside. If we check it on the 1-hour chart, I could see it bouncing up from the 185 with a divergence and then coming to the upside. Let's move on much quicker to Tesla. Tesla is very positive, very strong. You can see it here. It need to touch to the 265. Maybe it could make some reverse, but at the moment you can see the divergence to the upside. Momentum started to be a little bit, I don't know, call it negative, but this is negative for reversal only. So I put my eyes on the reversal. Could be, I don't know, weaker one to the 246. Let me check it here. Yes, good. I don't know if this week could be a nice week for Tesla, even though on the bigger time frame it's a positive and could make some continuation and try to back to 265 to reaching to around number 270. At the moment for the upside to 62 and for the downside is going to 59 to 58. I try to make it more sure for the target for the downside, because if it could break the 258, let me check what it could do. It could reach back to the 250, could give us a nice entry. At the moment it's still strong. It needs to go on the longer time frame 252 for a bigger rotation. I know there is bigger gaps with SPY, with the Qs, with Tesla, with most stocks. There is big gaps from below, and most of them need to close. So this is the reason why people are waiting and taking short position, buying puts, and this is what making the markets moving to the upside. Everybody is buying puts, so the market maker just going long, doing the opposite. So be very careful with it. Let me see if we can. This is the 1-hour chart, nothing there, still positive. There is no crossing. I will wait for the 50 to cross below. For you have lots of resistance here and the 200, so I will wait for it. If we go for the daily to see how it looks, you can see it here. Probably people go with it 256 below. This is too extended. This is too extended. This is a V shape. And see what happened. V shape, and then immediately and going for reverse and moving to the Fibonacci level. Probably could do the same. This is a nice volume of people participating on the moving to the upside, but this is a big gap. Let's go for Apple. Apple again too extended, even though it attacked all-time high, it's too extended. Some reversal. Some people say we need to sell, we need to take some profit, we need to be and make us confirm the profit in our pocket. So probably could see some reversal, and it's okay. You can see the rejection there. Even though this is a nice candle for the break for the 190 and continuation for the 190, We don't have confirmation for reversal. We could see the momentum is weakening, but this is good with the stochastic, but it can bounce. I will not participate in the reversal because I don't have any indication if it's going to break to the downside like crazy, maybe with the momentum, but I don't have indication for it yet. Let's go for NVDA. Again, strong stock could come back to the 470, next target 490, 409 and 400. Even though you can see the momentum is started to weaken, you don't see the price moving down, so the buyer is still strong because they have a lot of profit. I know there is a big gap there, many people watching it, and like Meta, we had the opposite way with a gap to the upside and trying to close it. Now that we have a gap to the downside, we could see it close, but there is no indication yet, so be prepared for it. If we look at it on the daily, you could see it how it's moving, but it's weakening, weakening, weakening. It's right to make a break. It's still positive. Momentum is positive. There is no divergence, so I could see it trying to continue or even going sideways and then continue to the upside. We look at here. There is a volume to the downside. But with a good momentum, you don't fight the trend. Don't try to find a trend, even if you lose it and suddenly the price reaching to the 400, you're losing some 5% move, it's okay. You don't want to fight it, you want to join it. So could it be a nice taking profit? I don't like it. Again, you can see the divergence there is here. It moved for the oversold area, but the price didn't. So it can be both way. All the sellers are in control, but they are already building the position, or it's just taking profit. So because we don't own, you can see how it's resting on the 6180 Fibonacci level exactly. It seems that like we want to see a confirmation for it. If we're gonna break it and close below, could be potential for going for the downside to the 200. At the moment, I don't see it. So I will look for confirmation on Monday. Let's go for MRNA. With MRNA, it was a nice prediction for the moving to the upside, but MRNA at the moment, I don't like it because I want to be sure with my trade. I want to be sure. I want to take a nice trade and maybe on inside for the day, but at the longer time frame, you can see the spike up moving down. You can see the spike up moving down with the momentum for the downside, and you can see the short continuation here, there. So immediately when it's almost touched, it immediately sold off. So even though we could see the moving for the upside, you could see it here. This is moving down. This is a reversal opening. So it was nice. You don't have to take every trade you see. And if we look at it on a daily, you will see it more clearly. This is a trend for the downside. So even if you have an opportunity for the reversal, and I can see the potential for the 185, I do see it, but not at the moment. You can see the volume here for the rejection. So computers are selling at a key level. At the moment, I don't see it for the longer term on a bull run. I will wait for confirmation and looking for the buyers. At the moment, I'm a little bit skeptic because any move to the upside will create a divergence for the continuation to the downside. Let's move on to Meta. Meta exactly touched it. I think exactly 280, maybe a little bit above 287.85. This is 54. It touched it, finished its move, reverse. Even though the 308 is the end target, you have, let's say, if the price going your way, take some profit from the table, leave it in your pocket. You could see it here. It's still strong. It could wait some time for a big reversal. It needs to reverse, close some gaps from below in order to continue. At the moment, what I can see, this is an option movement. This is a big movement. Everybody is talking to the downside, so the market is moving to the upside. This is it. Let's look at here. You can see this is the big gap. Momentum is moving to the upside. You can see the divergence for the upside. This is a continuation, but now the momentum is weakening, so I could see the reversal coming. So basically, momentum is weakening. I could see now. I told that last prediction I could see the reversal coming in 2 weeks. So maybe I thought it should be last week, but it didn't. It had some momentum to the upside, so I do think the momentum is for the reversal is coming this week. It doesn't mean that we're gonna see a big reversal, but I could see the reversal is coming. And if not, I will go with the train, with the momentum train. Let's move to BA. BA again, I don't like it, even though because of this is a big spike for the BA. It doesn't, I don't know. This is a, I don't know. BA doesn't act like this, and it did, and you can see the rejection, rejection, rejection. So I could see it moving to the downside. There is still, you can see the divergence again to the upside from there, and this is reversal. So if you take the Fibonacci, you can see where is the potential at the moment. Nice for BA. I don't like those spikes or the tail. This is too big tail for me to trade. You can see this is a big sideways move I don't like. So it's more likely that the price will move here. But if we decide to break, and it could break, I will wait for the break, retest, and then moving to the upside. This is the trade I will wait for BA. At the moment, it's too extended. It didn't seem that it want to break to the downside yet, but I will wait for it. Gold. With the gold sideways move, nothing much. I could see it moving to the upside, but not yet. We don't have the confirmation yet. I want to see it breaking for the 50 and the daily. In the 4-hour chart, again moving to the downside. It's trying to accumulate, taking more short sellers in, and then try to spike up. Because if it move up too early, it creates divergence for the downside. This is momentum is 000 here, so I don't like to trade it. I want to see it break, retest. Even if it's break to the downside, I want to see the break, retest, and go for with the momentum. At the moment, sideways move, I will be very careful with it. Don't be caught by it. Silver. With the silver, more easy move. You can see it moving nicely. This is a break of the trend, so we could see a continuation to the upside. I don't think it's breaking. This is 94, this is 95. So I want to see it break for the 2250, and if it break it going to the 23, could be a nice move. And then retest again. You could see it here. Can it be a bear flag? This is the leg. This is the flag. Yes, it can. Do we see it at the moment? I don't see it yet. I want to see it break the 2150 and close below in order to move to the downside. At the moment, this is a nice break of the trend. If we go to the weekly and see how it goes there. This is moving down, moving down, moving down. This is a break. So this is the retest. So I could see the potential of moving to the upside. So if we could see the gold and the silver moving to the upside, what does it mean for the market in the longer term? With Oxy, we could see the potential of coming to the downside with the weekly, with the daily, and I'm biased to the downside at the moment. Will I trade it? No. Because you can see the spike, any pullback is immediately get bought. Potential is 54 at the moment. So for the longer time frame, put a small stop loss and short stop loss on your short position. I know you can say this is a sideways move. Be very careful with it because the OL and Oxy could spike up and immediately go in your way. So be very careful. You don't have an yet indication. I know the momentum started to be negative. I want to see it negative. I want to see it break it. If it break the 57.50, yes, okay. You have the story why you want to go short. But till then, I will wait. So guys, let's sum it up because it's starting to be very tricky because the momentum is put too positive. It started moving down. It's moving down just for the reversal, and this is okay. But what can it do if it go too down? It just bring in the bias. So momentum is positive here, positive here, positive here. Stochastic is still above the 50. Any move to the downside create a divergence on the smaller time frame to the upside. So this is the reason why I can see continuation to the upside, but the momentum is weakening. You can see it here. This is the divergence to the upside. So it pulled to the Fibonacci 6180. So we could see it coming back a little bit for the trying to break again. And then I will check what happened in this high, because if I see again, this give me the sign that the sellers are in the house. And so far we don't see the sellers. We just see a profit taking, and I want to see the seller. I want to see a confirmation. I want to see the sellers coming several times. So this is the first attempt. Let's see the second attempt. I don't know if this is the second attempt. So if I could see something like this, and this is a lower high, this is give me confirmation. Any break, this is a good sign. Still with the momentum, with the moving average, saying the trend is to the upside, be very careful for moving to the downside, taking short. I think this is it, guys. Yeah, 30 minutes. Hope it was helpful. I give you some indication for the levels you want to check. You have the resistance and support. You already see it if you know how to read some graphs and a candle. I hope it was helpful, and guys, see you later with the next prediction. Bye bye.